one more time. So, this is the third time I've tried to do this. I finally got the last video updated. Finally, guys. Finally. Anyways, I just want to make this quick because it may or may not work because apparently I have no storage on my little tablet thing. Okay, so this is going to be a TBR book video, and the first book trilogy I want to talk about is Storm and Fury trilogy. Sorry, I had a notification. Anyways, the first book is Storm and Fury, and the second book is Rage and Ruin, and book 3 is Grace and Glory. This is a really good trilogy. It's by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Excuse me. I really, really, really enjoy it, and I will literally buy everything she writes because she's just so good. Yeah, this is gonna be a little bit fast, and I'm sorry for that, but I'm trying to make sure my video doesn't die. Okay, and then the second series I'm going to talk about is Miss Peregrine's Home for Particular Children. The first book is called, obviously, Miss Peregrine's Home for Particular Children, by Ransom Riggs. The second one is called Hollow City. The third one is Library of Souls. The fourth one is Map of Days. The fifth one is Conference of Birds. And the sixth one, and as far as I know, the last one, is The Desolation of the Devil's Arse. All I know is this is the last that I know of book that has been released. So I own just basically all of those books. I'm not going to give a really big speech about them. I'm just going to do a quick spiel about them, and that's about it. The next one I want to talk about is the Convent series, and the order is Half-Blood. The second one is Pure. The third book is Deity, and the fourth book is Apollyon, and the fifth one is Centennial. It's probably not pronounced right, but whatever. And it's really good. Again, it's by Jennifer L. Armentrout, so if you want to give it a try, go for it. It's really good. I will probably do a more in-depth video of all my favorite authors and give you a list of books by her and kind of do a little bit of a rating on how much I love them and what I give them. Like, my favorite authors, as long as I adore them a lot, I usually give them 5 stars. So, it depends. And the next series I'm going to talk about is actually 50 Shades of Grey, which you would have already known if you would have heard this video that I did for the third time. Anyways, 50 Shades of Grey by E.L. James. And yes, I know it's 50 Shades of Grey, and I said this in my last video that I didn't post because it didn't work, but it's a favorite series of mine. I know you guys don't like it. If you don't, you don't. If you do, awesome. Like, I could care less. But yeah, so it's 50 Shades of Grey, and then 50 Shades Darker, and then 50 Shades Freed is the original trilogy, and then the rewritten trilogy is written in Christian Grey's point of view, and it is called Grey, Darker, and then the newest one that just was released is called Freed, and I just bought the newest book released, Freed. So I am going to do a reread of the original trilogy and then a reread of the next 2 books in the rewritten trilogy, and then finish the book that I have not yet read, Freed, even though I know what's going to happen. I like to hear from Christian Grey's point of view, just like Midnight Sun by whoever wrote Twilight. I can't think today. It's kind of late. It's like 11 o'clock. I'm tired. Whatever. But yeah, that is really, really good. And in my opinion, don't judge me. I like what I like. If I don't like it, I don't like it. Once I do that review and everything, I will let you guys know. And I'll kind of do a more in-depth review and tell you how I feel about them and if I think people should read it, because they're actually really good books if you look past the sex aspect of the books, because as I call it, it's basically book porn. But everybody's got their guilty pleasures, so that's mine. The next series that I have wanted to be talking about for a long while that I don't actually know if I talked about, but I know a lot of booktubers do, is Chain of Gold, and it is written by Cassandra Clare. She writes the City of Bones series and Infernal Devices and like all of those series. The one I'm talking about is actually it is called The Last Hours trilogy. So the first book of this trilogy, this is the latest trilogy that she did. This is not in order at all. This is like very out of order. This book, the first book, is called Chain of Gold, and I am planning to reread it and then read A Chain of Iron. That's what I wanted to read. It's really well written. I love all of her books. I've literally probably read every book she's written, but the most popular I find is the City of Bones series and all the books in the Shadowhunter world. And the next book I want to talk about is To Sleep in a Sea of Stars by Christopher Paolini. He is the author of Eragon, which is actually, coincidentally, it's he writes Eragon, and that is our June book club book. If you don't know that, June's book club book is Eragon by Christopher Paolini. This is just a book I want to read. It's not one I have read yet. Eragon is one I've read many, many times and I've loved many, many times. This one, I didn't really get into it. It's kind of a spacey one. Like, it's written like in space. Like, the main character is in space. So I'm not really into those kind of books. I don't know if I'm gonna like it. I just DNF'd. And if you don't know what DNF'd means, it means did not finish. I just did not finish a book, and I don't know how it's gonna work. And I very, very much hope that I'm gonna like it in the end, because if I DNF one of Christopher Paolini's books, I'm gonna be sad, because I love his books. Again, not every single book by my favorite author is going to be a book I love. Unfortunately, I just read a book by one of my favorite authors, and I did not like it at all. And it's a very popular author and book, actually, I believe. It was Realmbreaker. I DNF'd that book. I did not like it. I did not like it at all. It was kind of medievally, and I didn't really like it all that much. It was too slow for me, and I couldn't get past it. A few books I could get past the slowness and then I got really into it. Like Crescent City, it was quite slow, but that was just like the building of the world and everything, like the world building part, and it was quite a bit of world building. It was like the first half of the book of Crescent City, so I don't know. Um, Maybe I will try Realm Breaker again in a couple months and see if I like it, because I know several books I have tried to read and I could not get into them, and then I went back to them months later and I read it and I loved it. So I guess it just depends on how I'm feeling at the time. Um yeah, that one I want to read or finish reading. And then the next book I want to talk about is The Love Curse of Melody McIntyre. I'm not really sure what it's about, but I think it's like a drama, rom-com romance thing, so I'm gonna try it and see. I just finished the Meet Cute project, and I actually really, really enjoyed that. I don't think I actually put that in my recent reads video, but I'm going to make another recent reads video for tomorrow. And that one I will put in my recent reads, which was the Meet Cute project, and I'm reading Dark Lover, Lover Internal from the library, actually. I have it right here, if you can see it. I'm just using it to prop up my little stand thing from my thing. Yeah, it just looks like a really beautiful cover. It's pink, even though I don't like pink, it's really beautiful cover. So I'm really excited to read that book. It is from a book box that I got, so I'm pretty excited about that. I'm hoping to finish it. I've read mostly every book from a book box that I got, so we'll see. The next trilogy I want to read about is the Renegades trilogy. There's 3 books in order. They are Renegades, Arch Enemies, and Supernova. Oh, sorry. Oh, it's like pretty late. Sorry. And I borrowed these from the library and I read them and I absolutely adored them. Like, I believe this is by Melissa Myers. Yeah, I think it's Melissa Myers. She's also the author of the Cinder series. She did a kind of reboot on Cinderella and like a bunch of different like storybook characters, and I really, really enjoyed the fact that she did that. So I brought them, sorry, borrowed them from the library, and then because I loved it so much, I decided to buy the whole trilogy when I had a little bit of extra cash. Okay, almost done, I swear. The next series I want to read is The Trials of Apollo. I've read 4 out of the 5 books, and book 1 is The Hidden Oracle. Book 2 is The Dark Prophecy. Book 3 is The Burning Maze. Book 4 is The Tyrant's Tomb. And book 5 is The Tower of Nero. I really enjoyed the series. It's by Rick Riordan. If you didn't already know that. Sorry, excuse me for a second. You don't have to read his previous books like the Percy Jackson series. You can just read whichever series. I think there might be one series that you kind of have to read the original Percy Jackson series in order to read other series, but I'm not entirely sure what it is at this very second, but I could look it up and then do another video and let you guys know. These books are about Apollo, and he gets turned into a teenage boy, and then he has to do all of these trials in order to get his power back and make Zeus not so mad at him. It's very hilarious. There's love, there's like betrayal, there's this sarcasm. It's just all around a great read. I don't think I've laughed so much in a book in a very long time, except for From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Love that series so much. It's so good. I literally laughed so hard at that book series. I would read From Blood and Ash, that series. I would read it over and over and over again. It's so good. She is such an amazing author. Jennifer L. Armentrout. Every book she's written, I have read. So good. If you have not read her series, any of them, any single book she's written, literally, go get them. Borrow them from the library. Download them on an app. Do it. It's so good. You will not regret it at all. I definitely didn't. And I definitely don't think you guys will. I hope you won't anyways. Oh. Yeah. Okay. And another series that I want to, or trilogy, I guess I should say, I want to read is the Illuminae files, which include Illuminae, Gemini, and Obsidio. I don't know how to pronounce it. Anyways, and I have heard pretty good things about that, and I am very excited to read it. I forget, there's 2 other books that I haven't quite read yet that I wanted to. I haven't actually bought them yet because I don't get paid yet. But my birthday's coming up. 2 days. Actually, it's gonna be 1, so. And these 2 books are Gods and Monsters by Shelby Mahurin and Grace and Glory by Jennifer L. Armentrout, which I talked about earlier in this series, or earlier in this video. That's about all I have right this second. Oh, goodness me. I super enjoyed it. I am sorry about not getting these videos out sooner. I really wish I could have, but it wasn't working for me. I was having serious technical difficulties. I couldn't post a video for the last 3 days. I've been trying since Sunday to post, or no, since last Thursday to post the previous video that I just did, and then Sunday I had my dad and my brother come over, and we were doing some yard work at my house, and I did not get any videos done. I was so tired after, so I didn't do anything. I just went to sleep. So I'm sorry about the late video. I will try to have a video up for tomorrow of my recent reads video. I'm just doing a Thursday to Thursday one because that's just what I'm doing. I definitely want to update you guys on all the books I've read. I've only read technically 1 book. This 1 book? Yeah. I read 1 book today, and then there's a couple that I've read that I've read before, so I reread them. But yeah, so that's about it for my video for now. I will be doing an unboxing, I hope, and that will probably be sometime next week. And I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. I wish it could be longer, but I don't know how much space I have, so I'm gonna cut it off here just because I gotta figure out how to take some stuff off this computer so I can actually use it and not have all of my stuff not saving on here and can't post videos and so I'll see you guys in the next video. That will be probably, yeah, tomorrow. That will be tomorrow, and I will let you guys know if I get any other books, and I will make sure that I try to post regularly. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next one. Bye.